Yeah. Good morning again. Is it afternoon yet? Still morning? Yeah, we got 1 minute. Good morning. Good morning. It's Sunday morning. Songwriter says, "You've been better than good to me." Better than good. That's the testimony I have of the Lord. He's been better than good to me. Been better to me than I've been to myself. Protected me when I didn't even want his protection. Covering me when I tried to run from under the umbrella. Providing wisdom when I was foolish, and allowed me to stay here just a little bit longer because my work is not yet complete. And that's why you are still here today. There is work for you to do. Rick says there's something going on with the phone. I was going. It's already recorded. Yeah, it is imperative that we remember that every breath that we take is purposeful. And God gave us a certain amount of breaths that we use to fulfill his purpose. So my challenge to you today is let us stop wasting so many. Because we know not the time nor the hour when our number will be called. And we don't want to be trying to get ready. Let us stay ready. I want to talk today a little bit about stay ready. We went to the prison a couple of weeks ago, and the theme was get ready. And since there were inmates waiting their release dates, some of the conversation was around being ready for release so they could have successful reentry. But it was a Christian program, so we were also saying get ready for the Lord's return. There's some things that we have to do on this side to make preparation. And it's easy for individuals that have been incarcerated to kind of understand what getting ready for release means, because when you've been removed from society and had to create this new person to survive, there's some things you need to get rid of and leave behind in the wall. First thing being all the clothes they gave you in institution. You don't want to take those jail clothes home. You don't want to take any zuzus and wham-whams. We ain't taking no commissary out. When we get ready to leave, you can tell when a person is close to release because they start giving away everything. See, sometimes when you locked up, you hoard stuff because you never know. You want to be ready inside. So you got extra jogging pants, extra drawers, extra socks. You got stuff tucked away and hid. Then when they come shake you down, the first thing they take is all your extra stuff. And you mad because they took your extra. So the minute you get ready to leave, you start giving away all the extra stuff you've spent so much time trying to conceal. But that's part of the process of getting ready. When you get ready, you got to give away some stuff. You got to let some stuff go. You got to leave some things behind because the journey you're about to take, they don't benefit you at all. So we talk about getting ready and staying ready. We have to start thinking about, well, what is my purpose? Where is God intending for me to go? What is he intending for me to do? What am I supposed to be doing right now that I may not be doing? I may not be attending to it because I got some stuff I didn't get rid of that I've been holding on to for too long. So to get ready, we got to start letting some things go. That wasn't even in my notes, but that was for free. My wife's in the closet this morning talking about, I need to get rid of some of these things I don't wear anymore. I'm asking how much stuff you threw away. Procrastination. Yeah, I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. And it slid it to the side. Procrastination. But she made a mind to say it this morning. Procrastination is the arrogance to expect God to give us more time to do what we need to do right now. I'll say it again. Procrastination is the arrogance to think that God is going to give us more time to do something we could do right now. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it a little bit later. I do it when I get out of the bed. Now, nothing's holding you to the bed at that moment. You just don't want to do it right now. There is no physical reason that you could not do the thing that needs your attention at this moment, but you want to procrastinate. The devil's big lie. He said, I can't tell people that Jesus doesn't exist. I can't tell people that God isn't real. They can go outside and see the sun shine. And if they stay outside long enough, they'll see the sun go down. But if they stay outside a little bit longer, they'll see it come back up again. It's amazing how you can get yourself in a bathtub with a rag, and when you get in the tub, you get wet, but the rag gets soaked. You get out the tub and get you another dry rag to wipe off, because the rag is going to absorb the water that your body did not absorb. How does that happen if God ain't real? So I can't tell the folks God doesn't exist because they've seen him move too many times, but I will tell them they got time. You don't have to get it right today. You can get it right tomorrow. You can get it right the next day. You can get it right Wednesday. You can get it right when you get it right. You can give your life over to God after you got everything in order. The big lie is you can get everything in order without God. You cannot get anything in order without the Lord. But the world is teaching us we can just get some more education. We don't need God. If we get a better job, we don't need God. If we marry the right person, we don't need God. But I don't care how much money you got, how much influence. I know some of y'all have those things called iPhones right now. There was a man named Steve Jobs that created that Apple brand. And Steve Jobs eventually got cancer. And it didn't matter how many billions of dollars he had. He was trying to find treatments all over the world that could save his life. He even came to Memphis. But as time would have it, he got small. And then he died. Didn't matter how much money he had. Didn't matter how much technology he had produced. Didn't matter how small he was. At the end of the day, the Lord has the final say. So my challenge to you today is stay ready. I mean, in order for you to stay ready, it means you've already done what's necessary to get ready. But see, we procrastinate on getting ready to be with the Lord because we think we're going to miss out on some stuff. It's hard to watch people straddle the fence and miss the opportunity to be covered and blessed. One day you hot, one day you're on the Lord's side, one day you cold, the next day you don't know him. One day you want to try, the next day you don't. Watch this short on Instagram. Will Smith was talking about the difference in good and great. He said some things that I hadn't really thought of. It made sense. He said, the difference between good and great is so far that we're getting ready to do the first Bad Boys movie, and the director, he told the director it's 90% complete. The director said, great, that means I'm half the way there. Meaning that last 10% is going to take so much that you cannot use what you took to get to 90 to go to the 100. So he had a son that's a chronic B student. He said, Dad, I can make A's if I want to. He said, no, you can't. Because to go from good to great, it takes so much more. It doesn't take what it took from getting to be a C to be a B, to go from being a B to A. There's so much more that you have to invest. To be a good player is easy because that's natural talent. But to be great means you have to work at honing your craft. And so many people don't want to work to be great. He says, if you miss a day at the gym, you cannot go out and get drunk on Saturday and miss a gym on Sunday, because the one day you miss cancels out 10 that you came. It's not a trade-off. You don't miss one day at the gym and work one day at the gym and make it up. No, you lose more than one day because you stayed in the bed. It takes discipline to be great. It takes courage to be great. And most folks don't want to put the effort in to be great, because you can just be good by waking up. So it's hard to watch people not want to take that next step, do what's necessary. Because God got some good stuff in store for us if we allow him to give it to us. You ever had somebody say, I got a package for you, but you got to come get it. First thing you start thinking, how much gas I got? How far do I have to drive? What else I got to do today? But if it's important enough to you, y'all know when tax time comes, no matter what you're doing, when they call you and say your check ready, You'll take off work for the rest of the day. Go get that check. So let's talk about Matthew 25. I'm going to do a little teaching today if y'all don't mind. Matthew 25, beginning in verse 1, you find words, the Bible says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, who took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom." That was customary in Jewish weddings, and I'll make it make sense in a minute. Verse 2, "And 5 of them were wise, and 5 of them were foolish." Somebody say foolish. Yes, foolish. "They that were foolish took their lamps, and no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps." Paint the picture. So young people don't know what the lamps are. They're not lamps in the living room that you can turn the switch and go from low, medium, and high. Don't have bulbs in them. You don't plug them up in the wall. This is a lamp that has oil in it. And you have to use the oil to burn in order to keep illumination or light. And there's a thing that they call the wick. And the wick is used to get the liquid from the bottom to the top where the fire is. There's some pieces of metal separating them in charcoal so that when you light the wick, it burns and the wick continues to suck up the oil so it can keep on lighting. If you run out of oil, you run out of light. To give it, make a little more plain, y'all have those things called cellular phones. They get down to 1%. The first thing you do is start trying to borrow someone's charger because you know your battery is about to die. And when your battery dies, you will no longer be able to use the cellular device. Same thing with lamps. So some people carry those small extra chargers in their pocket. So if their battery does die, they can plug into the extra power source and recharge their battery. So some of the women only had oil in their lamp. The other 5 had oil in their lamp and some in another vessel to make sure they have a little extra. That's what made them wise. They had some called just in case. Verse 5. "And while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept." Jewish weddings generally happened at night. So they happened at night, they would need lamps in order to see. And since the bridegroom took a little bit longer than it normally took for him to get there, they went to sleep. And they went to sleep like some of y'all do with the lights on. They didn't consider turning off the lamp when they went to sleep because they probably fell asleep by accident. You know, you go in the living room or you go in the kids' room at night and you tell them, turn the television off before you go to bed, Johnny. And you happen to go in and Johnny's asleep on the bed, fully clothed and in his shoes, with the TV on. Because little Johnny was watching television and he watched television until television went off. He was watching television, and in the process of watching television, he just kind of dozed off. So the 10 virgins, while they're waiting on the bridegroom to get there, they went to sleep. And went to sleep with the lamp burning. Now I'm going to teach y'all this a little bit if y'all let me. Verse 6. "And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him." So the 10 ladies were the bridesmaids. They had been chosen by the bride to meet the groom. The groom would then come from his home with his groomsmen. Words you hear now, but you don't know what they mean. You wonder why you got these 10 men over here and these 10 ladies. They just walk you down the aisle or walk out with the dude. You wonder what the purpose of. So when the groom was leaving the house, getting ready for the wedding, he would leave the house with his partners in his wedding party, the bride's groom, the groomsmen, right? And then going down, they start yelling, "Yeah, they're on the way, yeah." And as they went on the journey to the home, the people in the neighborhood will begin to join in the cries. They were making a big deal. It's getting excited. And as they got closer to the house, they would wake up the folk even if they were asleep. So the bridegrooms were, the ladies were asleep. And when the virgins heard the noise, they jumped up and were given instruction, since they had been chosen, they were to go and meet the groom to bring him to the house for the bride, i.e. groomsmen and bridesmaids, because they were 10 virgins and not married women. That's why they got them suits on and matching shoes and all that good stuff. But it's at midnight. I mean, it's later than normal. We got to wake them up. Verse 7. Then all the virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. They get ready. Okay, put the oil, turn them, light them. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. They out of oil. Asking some of the ones that brought extra, hey, let me get a little bit of that. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for the lamps are gone out. 9. But the wise answered, saying, no, not so. Lest there not be enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Evidently, they were making a whole lot of racket, because they made the assumption they had enough time to leave where they were and go buy some from somebody else. But remember, it's midnight. I guess they had a bootlegger back in that day too. And they're always open, never closed. They can go knock on the door, hit the window, and get some oil out the bootleggers. Because at 12 o'clock, you're supposed to be asleep. But my point is, so go get you some from the place that sell it. So the five that didn't have anything in their lamp because they were foolish left to go buy some oil. Verse 10, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came. Be ready, y'all. And they that were ready, be ready, went in with him into the marriage, and the door was shut. Y'all ever been to a wedding? See, if you ever been to a wedding before, they got people called ushers, what y'all call them, at the door. And they tell you to be on time, because when the wedding starts, no one else can come in. And see, y'all think they just being rude. No, we do stuff and don't know why we do it. You know why we do it? Because in those days, the bridegroom was worth money. Excuse me, the bride was worth money. There was an exchange of gifts and stuff, because the families were joining. If you got grass and we got cows, the marriages were arranged. We're going to marry so our cows can graze on your grass, increasing the wealth of both families. So now we're making this exchange. It's a business transaction. They locked the door so the thieves couldn't come in and steal. They also locked the door so the bride couldn't be kidnapped and held for ransom. Y'all think they're locking the door because they don't want you in because you're late. No, it's because it's a custom we don't even understand. We ain't got to lock the door now. Let them folk come on in, they're late. But no, you walking, oh, you can't come in. Why? Because it's already started. They're bringing gifts. Can't come in. They stand out there in the lobby and wait. They're fire hard too. They ain't taking into consideration. They had a traffic jam on the way to church. Everything down to one lane. They was on time, but when they was on the way, but they had a flat. They couldn't make it to the wedding, but they can't come in now because the door is shut. Be ready. Don't have to go by no oil so you can get in where you fit in. And then and while they that went to buy, groom came, and they that were ready went in with him. The door was shut. Verse 11. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. We're supposed to be in there. We got the same clothes on. We're supposed to be in the wedding party. My shoes match their shoes. We got the dresses to look. Our makeup the same. I got the glitter in the same places. Let me in to the wedding, please. But the man said, but he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. It don't matter what you got on. You can't get in. I don't care who you say you know. You can't get in. Because the ladies were from the bride's party. Meaning the bride had selected 10 ladies to be in her situation. But the people that were coming with the groom don't know these folks. So it's more than likely that they were saying, let us in, please, we're supposed to be in here. The dude at the door did not know them because he didn't come with their folks. They didn't have cell phone. They could take a picture real quick, send it to the people in the front, let them in. They won't fit to waste time opening the door, walking to the front, trying, hey, come to they got 5 out here doing that. They have walkie-talkies at that moment. You just can't get in, sis. You got to stand there until we get through. I don't care what you got on. See, they didn't want to spend money. And they didn't have the money because they came with all they must have got what they needed when they got there. No, they can't. Verse 13, I'm almost out your way. Watch, therefore. For you know now neither the day nor the hour when the Son of Man cometh. Told you this morning to stay ready. But you cannot stay ready until you first get ready. And there's some things that you're going to have to do in order to get ready. And Will Smith also said, he said, the difference of being good and great, it's not difficult. It's simple, but it's hard. The pathway to be with the Lord is simple. Sometimes it's hard. And it's only hard because our natural predilections generally go against Scripture. The things we want to do left our own devices generally go against what the Word says we should do. Thus, the battle becomes, do I do what I want to do or do what I need to do because I'm trying to get somewhere? And when you go into school, you have a decision to make. Do I do my homework or not? Do I pay attention or not? You don't have to pay attention because as long as you are there, you are counted as present. The question is, do you want your presence to have value or do you just want to be marked present? See, I don't want to just be in the number. I don't want to be what you just call. I want to get the benefits of being in the space. So when I leave the space, whatever the reason for me being in the space is accomplished. I don't want to just go somewhere to go. I want to go and get what I came to get. I got to have a reason for my living and my being. Every breath I take must have value to me. We waste so much time because we think God's going to give us another day. We think God's going to give us tomorrow. You know, tomorrow is the day that never comes. When tomorrow get here, guess what? It's today. You'll never see tomorrow. I don't care how long you live. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how hard you try. You will never see tomorrow. And it said it best, the sun will come out tomorrow. But you got to hang on till tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always. The song told you tomorrow is always a day away. I mean, you'll never catch it. But when you put stuff off to do on a time, we'll never see. How stupid are we? If you ever fix your mouth to say you're going to do something tomorrow, you better catch yourself. Now, I'm not, but I'm talking to myself now. Now, I'm not going to put it off till tomorrow. That means I ain't going to never do it. Remember, there's some things in here I just don't wear. Slide to the side. Yeah, I need to throw it away, but I don't want to throw it away because I might need it later. There's some friends in my life that I know they don't mean me no good, but we've been knowing each other since we was knee-high to a grasshopper, and I think I need to keep them in my cell phone because there may come a time that I may need what they have to offer. So instead of breaking the relationship and trying to get ready to propel myself, I'm going to keep them on my ankle so I can't jump as high. In order to grow, you got to let go. That'll preach right there. In order to grow, you got to let go. You got to decide that there's some things I can no longer hold on to because I'm trying to get somewhere else. I got to take a flight in the morning. And when I get ready to pack, I have to ascertain what is necessary for my journey. If I was going to drive, it wouldn't matter because I can put as many bags in the back of my truck as I can fit. But when you get ready to get on a plane, there's a limit to how much weight you can have in your bag. And if I go over the limit, they're going to charge you almost the price of another bag for 2 pounds over. So when I get ready to pack tonight, I got to figure out, do I really need 2 pairs of shoes? I know I need a pair of underwear for every day, but I want to be like the smart women. Do I want an extra pair in case there's an accident? Hey. Do I really need the big bottle of lotion or can I carry a small bottle of lotion? I know I got to have my deodorant. Do I need some clothes to work out in or not? And if I do I put them in the big bag that I'm going to check or can I fit them in the carry-on? I'm going to carry it with me. I got to think about all these things because I got to take the weather. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? Because if by chance the weather in Idaho is different, which I'm sure it is, if it's going to be cold, I'm going to need a jacket. That's 5 pounds right there. So when you get ready to leave and move on in your life, you got to remember when you're getting ready to pack for the journey, prioritize what's important. The most important thing put first. I was telling a young lady in my office, she's trying to grow. She got a backpack, which we all do, the backpack of everything we've been involved in our lives. This way that we carry it with us everywhere that we go. And some of us have bigger backpacks than others because some of y'all have never taken time to unpack it. You just keep putting stuff in it because you might need it, like that kitchen drawer beside the stove. You just keep throwing stuff in it because you might need it. But if you ever took the time to unpack, you realize that when you unpack your stuff and see it, the first thing you're going to grab is what's closest to you. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. The second thing you will grab is what's most important to you, what you need to have. And then you'll randomly select, throw this away, keep this, throw this away, keep this. Have the courage to throw away the things you no longer need. Because when you throw those things away, you'll find you probably need a smaller backpack. Because you will always have a backpack because you always need to be ready for what's going to happen. But you don't need things in your traveling pack. It no longer suits where you're going to go. It's got to suit my journey. If I'm going somewhere through the desert, I don't need swimming trunks and the water out there. I challenge you when you leave here today to start trying to make sure you're ready for what's coming next, spiritually and naturally. Because even on this side of heaven, we got to be ready for what's coming. Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow either. We don't know what we're going to wake up to see. But there's some things you can do to put yourself in position to be able to handle whatever comes your way. And the first thing you need to make sure you have is a relationship with the Lord. Y'all, we're in some trying times in our world, not just in America, in our world, where people are really turning their back on God. Artificial intelligence I'm really afraid of it because everything God gave us as humans, we're trying to manipulate and create as people. And the most stuff we create, the farther we get away from God. When Adam and Eve were in the garden, they talked to God. God talked to Adam. You can talk to him in the cool of the day. That Eve trick him into whatever you want to call it, however you say it. And after that happened, when Adam bit of the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, the Lord hid himself and wouldn't speak like that no more. And ever since then, after Adam started covering himself up, he started covering up most stuff. Then they started doing stuff they shouldn't do, and we started covering that stuff up. We done covered up so much stuff we cannot even hear him. And then we begin to create a universe that is excluding him because we think we're smart enough to live without him. But he's proving to us through the weather patterns. The tornadoes are happening at rapid pace. And get ready for the summer. It's going to be hot as a pea patch out here. There's going to be some hurricanes that you've never seen. I'm telling y'all, you better be ready. My challenge you is get a relationship with God so no matter what happens, you know you all right. Get in the Lord's care so no matter what, I know this. If by chance my plane crashed tomorrow, guess what? I'm ready. So why am I afraid of some turbulence come? It ain't going to do it but make me see Jesus. The repair, you get the rocket at first pound, when that first pound, I got in that first plane, oh my God, I'm about to pass out. I might die. I said, what if I do? So what? Are you ready? They ain't gonna help God. I don't get it twisted. They ain't gonna help God call me home. Maybe they ain't let me help you get me out of here. That's not gonna happen. But if by chance my number get called, I ain't gotta put on my boots. I ain't gotta put on my work clothes. I ain't gotta put my gloves on. I'm strapped, baby. I'm ready. You call me home. I'm ready to go. Y'all, let's stop putting off for tomorrow what we can do today. You'll find the more things you do today that you can do today, the less things you have to do tomorrow. Some of y'all stressing about tomorrow now because you put some stuff off you ain't do today. It's your fault. Go on and handle what's on your to-do list. It may take you a couple of more minutes, but it's one less thing you gotta do tomorrow. Excuse me, the next day, because tomorrow don't come. Yeah. So next time you say I'm gonna do it tomorrow, I'm all right. I'm saying it again, so you hear me. If you say you're gonna do it tomorrow, you better fix your mouth real quick. Either do it or change your mind. I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna do it Thursday. Say that. Don't say tomorrow because they ain't gonna ever come. Amen. Yes, ma'am, Miss Yolene.
That's right, Pastor. Just like you had time. Free ice cream tomorrow. So when you get there, tomorrow.
And they ain't got to change. I love it. You ain't got to change the sign. You leave right there. Free ice cream tomorrow. Or line up at the door. You read the sign, didn't it? That was yesterday. It still say the same thing. It's tomorrow. It didn't say when tomorrow was. It said tomorrow. And it told you it's always a day away.